Good morning, Classy Dele. This morning we are speaking about mantras. So, in Korean Buddhism, of course, you're familiar with the chanting the mantras at monastery, at home, and also the individuals, and you are also hearing mantras, the chanting by monastic, like monks, nuns. So mantra is not something that's new for Koreans, I think. In the Buddhist tradition, there is a practice chanting mantra and meditation. So many kind of a practice. And then this chanting mantras tradition comes really far back, and at the time of Buddha, there is mantras. Mantras in Tantra tradition, Mahayana, and also others, such as like in Tibetan Buddhism. So we all have a different variety of mantras. And not only that, the mantras for a different purpose. But most important things in the Buddhist mantras, when we reciting mantras, there is this called motivation to why we chanting mantra. What is for? What is this mantras from? What is the special of this mantra? So we should all knowing that, and then chant mantra has a more energy and blessing, and also more active, this quality that you can feel it. In Buddhism tradition of chanting mantra is very popular. From India to Southeast Asia and all the way to Tibet, and everywhere they chant mantras. And also chant mantras with different melodies. It's kind of different singing melodies. Mantra, or sometimes also called dhyani. So I heard also in Korea that you have mantras of Buddha of compassion, Avalokiteshvara, with the long one, with the short one, as like Om Mani Padme Hum, and all variety of the mantras you chant here. I'm sure you know what the meanings of mantras and what is mantras qualities that. But the mantra itself is some ways is the extract, the essence of a sutra. Whatever is a sutra linked, let's say, maybe sometimes like 500 pages and 50 chapters or something. And then there is a short mantra of all this teaching. It comes with one line. And it's carrying the quality of the sutra and bringing it into this very short, concise ways, and carry the meaning and carry the energy and carry the benefit of that sutra or tantra practice. And that mantra also represent of this special qualities of a sutra and its energies. So therefore, when we chanting many of these mantras, it will bring merits and benefit for our mind, healing the body, healing the energetic ways. The mantras has sometimes qualities such as hearing the mantra. When you hear the mantra, it's called hearing liberation. Liberate upon hearing that mantra. Whoever hears that mantra, it will get a benefit. It will get a blessing. And also sometimes the mantras that seeing are liberated. When you look at the mantras, it get the benefit of this blessing, energy of liberation. And such mantras is also liberating upon touch or liberating upon hold in a big part of your body. You know, in Buddhism sometimes they have like this amulet, little things you wear in neck with mantras. That is the kind part of that mantras. So there is many mantras. So we cannot cover many today in this short period. But I'm thinking we do Chandrazik mantra or Chandrazik in Tibetan words, but Avalokiteshvara mantra together later. I'll talk to you more about it that later. But maybe we begin to say mantra of this Pranjana Paramita, which is the essence of Heart Sutra. We say, chant together with this Heart Sutra mantra. I do one time and then you learn the melody, it's easy. Om Gade Gade Parang Gade Para Samgade Bodhe Swa Gade Gade Parang Gade Para Samgade Bodhe Swaha Om Gade Gade Parang Gade Para Samgade Bodhe Swaha. When we say this mantra, we feel some bliss. We feel there's a relaxation. And we feel there's a peace around our body and hearing, like everything. It feels the transforming energy. You feel that just a moment. So sometimes it's almost hairs, goosebumps, like this. So this is the quality of the mantra. It could be meditation. Mantra also could be meditation. Meditation on the singing, chanting. When our mind is very busy, and then it's chant mantra, it calms and relax. And then people sometimes chant mantras at the monastery or followed by the other meditators. Sometimes we maybe forget to think of something in a deep just chant a mantra, just saying it. But even that, so there is like this beautiful feeling. But this very important thing is to have this heart openness, the faith and devotion and heart. That mantra is in some ways is like they have a quality of longing enlightenment, longing for enlightenment, longing for blessing, longing for protection, longing for peace. So it's like almost child who is calling for on mom, like with very pure heart. It's need some help, and like very distant, very deep melody. So mantra has something like this calling energies for Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, saying, liberate us from samsara. But then you have a bigger view, that's a bigger impact. As I mentioned, mantra has a different purpose. Sometimes maybe we do mantras for, I want to accomplish something. I want to become a success. I want to get a nice friend. And I want to start a family. And I want to something to be fulfilled. That kind sometimes with specific focus, that's also okay. We can do it. But it's bigger. As it says, you have more big view of fulfill wishes of outer, inner, all levels in a positive ways. And also liberate all sentient beings from samsara and helping all beings and including yourself and including fulfill your own wish, all this. Then mantra has actually all those qualities and help. So in Mahayana tradition, Mahayana means big. In some ways, in a simple way to say it's a big heart. The people with big heart, big mind, means inclusive mind, compassion mind. So therefore, when we say mantras, saying through compassion, big heart, it's a more great impact. So when you read or chant variety of the mantras, you may study a little bit about them to know what kind of mantras that I am chanting. What mantra is that I'm doing is for special, for particularly. So certain mantras, they are specialist. Like, for example, the medicine Buddha, Buddha of medicine, it's a mantras for healing, for physical illness, and including mental, which that mantra called, the mantra of medicine Buddha called Ayata Bekanze, Bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Ranza Samangati Soha. That is medicine Buddha's mantra for healing. And mantras for longevity, long life. Of Amitabha, it's Amitayos, it's called in Sanskrit. Om Amarana Jabandaye Soha. Simple and short. So there are many, but we're going to focus on Avalokiteshvara mantra a little bit more in detail. So there are long version of Avalokiteshvara mantra and the short versions. Today we go with the short version. It's like Om Mani Padme Hum. How many of you know Om Mani Padme Hum before? Raise your hand. Okay. Om Mani Padme Hum is called. Om Mani Padme Hum. Sometimes Om Mani Padme Hum Shi. There is an extra make it 6, the 7th. But normally we call 6 syllable mantra. Otherwise very famous with this 6. But sometimes you see the 7th is called Shi. The Shi, the letter that represents the 6th syllable of Chenrezig, 6th syllable Avalokiteshvara. That means kind of represent Avalokiteshvara's heart. This is Shi. That's why sometimes there, but not all the time. Om Mani Padme Hum. And these 6 syllables have 6 different colors. You may interest to remember what the color is. Om is white, Ma is green, Ni is yellow, Pad is blue, Me is red, Hung is very dark blue, almost black, but really deep dark blue. These 6 colors represent 6 Buddhas. There's 6 Buddhas of 6 realms. The Buddha of God realm, the Buddha of demigod, the Buddha of human world, the Buddha of animal world, the Buddha of hungry ghost, the Buddha of hell realm. There's 6 Buddhas. So this 6 syllable represent 1 Buddha for each. As well like their colors. And when we say Om Mani Padme Hum, each syllable has their qualities to purify and clearing our 5 poisons. I think you're maybe familiar with that, but these 5 poisons like proud and jealousy, this attachment and ignorance, and also ego clinging and hatred. So normally we have 5, but there's 6 of them. So the 6, 1 extra is ego clinging. Ego clinging is one of very strong poisons that bind in the samsara. And that means there's 6 syllables to heal and purifies these poisons. And that helps our enlightened path is more clear, remove inside, outside obstacles more. And also 6 syllables has 6 paramitas quality, 6 perfection, or 6 paramitas, like paramita of generosity, Ma is paramita of discipline, Ni is paramita of patience, Pad is the paramita of diligence or perseverance. Me is paramita of concentration. And Hong is paramita of wisdom and compassion. Then, when you say these mantras, there is more explanations, but I think enough that for now. But when you say these mantras, then you can do a little visualization. Visualization means like you think, your meditative thinking while doing the mantras. If you do mantras like while you're chatting, this text message mantras, then you can do mantras that has some benefit but not fully connected. So when you do mantras, maybe you become really fully engaged. Meditation, the state of mind is very meditating, and then saying mantra is very powerful. So I teach you very simple visualization. Okay? You sit and relaxedly sit, and then you want to chant Avalokiteshvara, Chinese mantra. And the mantra of compassion, also it's called sometimes mantra of compassion. Chinese is the Buddha for the compassion Buddha. Maybe purpose of this mantra chanting, we may feel, I want to bring more love and compassion out to someone. Or I want to feel love and compassion in myself. Or I want to bring a peace and harmonies to the world. I want to bring in love and compassion atmosphere in my family, society, my business, all different work, studies. So this you can think of many purposes. But when you done that, so then you sit, so you visualize on your top head, moon, beautiful moon. And this beautiful moon is centered with the letter Shi. If you're able to do that, I think it's okay in a Korean, the sound of whatever is comes Shi. You can imagine that Shi, which is represent the sit hard syllable of the Chinese, the Avalokiteshvara, is in the middle of this moon. Then this letter Shi is become crystal clear, and brilliant light, radiate, brilliant, very strong compassion quality of light that spreads out to all the Buddhas, sentient beings, for everywhere, fill the world and universe. And this time, if you have someone in your mind, I want to particularly do these prayers for mantra for my friend or someone, you can think of this radiate light to his or her heart and connect with this compassion and love. So then, very soon, you say a few mantras, start to say mantras, and then this letter Shi become a Chinese Avalokiteshvara. In that moment, the heart of Chinese, like forehead, throat chakra, and heart, 3 places of Chinese comes with this brilliant light, white light, and to heal, touch all sentient beings, body, speech, and mind, to heal and to get empowered of love and compassion. This time, early we mentioned like the qualities to purify 5 poisons, and so all kind of karmic obscurations and propensity to pure and transformed. Then you can say mantras. So this time I'd like to share with this. This is a very ancient text in Tibet, handwritten, and it is the writing is Om Mani Padme Hum, and this is our music chanting melody. So earlier I mentioned mantras has a melodies. The some melody is a very powerful, the singing melody of mantra. If you say that melody itself brings a lot of benefit and merit. So this is one of the melody that is very famous, and people feel lots of blessing energy out of this mantra. The master who expert on these melodies, the time this is, we're talking about maybe 100 years before. So he said there is a little down there, it's small writings. This is a note. This note said, hearing this singing of melody, equivalent to 7 million mantras. Quality of it. Do we have any professional singers here? If so, don't be shy. Yes, one girl and one boy, I can see. So, okay, 2 of you try to copy when I chant and see. Later you can kind of sing that to the audience. Maybe 3 of us you can do for. But then of course everybody sing together as well. So I try my best, but I'm not a professional singer. When you sing a mantra, again sing through your heart and pure motivation. And this mantra is a mantra of bodhicitta, loving kindness, compassion. So we're trying to chant through our open heart, through compassion. Do one again. Om Mani Padme Okay, so we chant like that, what kind of a melody you do. So then finally, the Chandrazik is still above ourselves. Now, all sentient beings dissolved into this clear, brilliant Chandrazik. And Chandrazik also dissolved in your heart. And now you are kind of empowered with the great compassion, love, kindness, and equanimity. Just feel that experience and resting for a while. Now myself has become Avalokiteshvara. Now we do some question answer.
훌륭하신 설법 감사드립니다. 그 만트라의 이 가피력은 어디서 비롯되는 건가요? 어떤 신적인 존재가 있는 건가요? 그러니까 간세보살님의 실제가 존재하는 건가요? 그걸 믿어야 되는 건가요?
Existence of who is the energy come from? Well, that is Chandrazik, like Avalokiteshvara. So each of these Buddha's mantras, the Buddhas has a particularly such this aspiration, and they have a strong merit which they bringing this extract of their teachings, sutras or whatever this important, meaning, and then who's saying whoever says these mantras, may this transformation is arising for them. And there it's kind of early we talking about child is calling for mom, like that kind of, there is a strong connection. Yes, it is a kind of changes our whole perception is a change, and our formation of the body and changes like blood pressures and many things in a physical reality that is happening into existence of the real sense, this power of the Buddhas that makings to outreach for existing qualities, And also, if you don't have a question, seems now, so then I can also share you a little bit about mantras, what really quality of mantras sometimes could be such a big. When some certain practitioners, they do mantras of Chandrazik, Avalokiteshvara, or Ngurmbache, or Vajati Padmasambhava mantra, or Taras mantra. So there are so many the outstanding experiences that people went through, and they're still happening. Like sometimes people does like Om Mani Padme Hum mantra. They do millions, for their lifetimes, and very concerned in the meditative deep way. And then these mantras be powerful to use for everything. There is a master in the Tibet, the region. So in Tibet, the families had to move place to place by riding horse or putting things, loading for the yaks in the old days. So if there's a rainy day, it's very problem. And some kind of a special masters there, local people ask them today we are moving here to here, please help to stop the rain and then these masters are saying, yeah, I cannot stop rain for all because it's no good. Stop rain is no good, you need the rain. But you have to tell me which channel, which places that you're going, and then I'll work accordingly to your area if it knows rain. So these masters are very kind of well known for doing that. And I myself as witnesses when I was in childhood, a young age, I know that. And later on, actually, I was very curious myself. And I want to asking this one of the masters, it says, what mantra are you using? Why is this powerful? And one of them says, using Padmasambhava's mantra. Om Mahum Banzurungurupamma Sutahong, it's called. And then other one says, I'm using Om Mani Padme Hum. That's it. I just use Om Mani Padme Hum and I request blessing of Chenrezig to help us sentient beings what they needed for do that. So that's all. But it's great impact change and also healing. So I have so many stories to be shared with, but we are running out of time,